Top leaders of the Chinese Communist Party have wrapped up a key meeting in Beijing, which marked the passing of a crucial resolution by the Chinese President Xi Jinping. What is this resolution about? Essentially, the resolution pitches Xi Jinping's vision for China while invoking the country's past. More importantly, the key meeting further tightens Xi Jinping's grip on power. Let's tell you how. The key plenary involving senior leaders of the Communist Party established Xi Jinping as the uncontested leader of China. The resolution, titled Major Achievements and Historical Experience of the Party's Centennial Struggle, was the third of its kind in China's 100-year-long history. Mao Zedong, the founder of the CCP, put forth the first such resolution in 1945, whereas Deng Xiaoping issued another later in 1981. Xi Jinping's lengthy declaration called for upholding the correct view of party history. The country's official state news agency issued a readout, I'm quoting now. The party's Central Committee called on the entire party, the entire army, and people of all ethnic groups to unite more closely around the party's Central Committee, with Comrade Xi Jinping as the core, to fully implement Xi Jinping's new era of socialism with Chinese characteristics, unquote. According to several analysts, the resolution sets in stone Xi Jinping's vision for China, one that rewrites the past in order to shape the future around Xi Jinping. Next autumn, the CCP will be holding its 20th Party Congress, at which Xi Jinping is widely expected to be handed a third term in office, securing his position as China's most powerful leader since Mao Zedong. But Xi's tenure has been marked by a sprawling anti-corruption crackdown, repressive policies in regions like Xinjiang, Tibet and Hong Kong, an increasingly assertive approach to foreign relations, including territorial aggression with neighboring countries like India. And with us on the broadcast this minute is Gautam Bambawale, former Indian envoy to China. Thanks very much, Ambassador, for joining us. While the passing of this resolution comes as no surprise, it does carry far-reaching implications for the entire region. Let's talk about the significance of this resolution and how you view the passing of this as well.
Thank you very much. Happy to be on your show. As you said earlier, you're absolutely right that the two main aspects of this resolution and of this sixth plenum of the 19th Central Committee is to consolidate Xi Jinping's hold on the leadership of the Chinese Communist Party and of China as a whole. And the second important point is that it sets in stone now the way the Chinese Communist Party looks at its own 100 years history. Now, especially since the last history resolution took place only in 1981, there's a 40-year period from 81 to 2021, which has been covered by this history resolution. And what the resolution says now is the official version of how the Communist Party of China looks at this past 40 years. And of course, even beyond that, the 100 years of its history. So I think those are the two main conclusions from this particular plenum.
Ambassador, China has already been doing its best to raise tensions with India. It has even built up mock US warships to practice attacking them. With a third term now looking certain for Xi Jinping, should the world expect more of the same from China, a regime that will continue to provoke the world militarily?
Absolutely. I have always said, and I will say this again on your program, that, you should not judge China by her words. You've got to judge China by her actions. And her actions over the past, say, 4 or 5 years have been very, very assertive, as you said. I would even go to the extent of calling her actions aggressive. These actions have been aggressive not only against her own people, whether in Xinjiang or in Hong Kong, but she has also been very aggressive with countries in her neighborhood, including India, Japan, Australia, Taiwan, and of course in the South China Seas. So I believe that that trajectory of China's actions is not going to change And in fact, it is going to be cast in stone, and it is going to continue as we move ahead from this just concluded 6th plenary session of the 19th Central Committee.
Ambassador, we're leaving it there for the moment. Thanks very much for sharing those perspectives. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.